So beautiful people, Deontay Wilder, I'm sure you've seen it all over the internet. Back again, talking about the Tyson Fury losses. You know, he made a total of 11 excuses, or you can say reasons on why he lost to Tyson Fury. Let me read to you all 11 excuses, and let's actually assess, could the man be actually telling the truth? Or is he just simply delusional? You know, let's get into it, beautiful people. 11 excuses. Number 1, the walkout suit was too heavy. Number 2, he entered the second Fury fight with an injured right hand. Excuse number 3, Fury had no padding in his gloves. Excuse number 4, Fury scratched his ear with his fingernails through the glove. Excuse number 5, Fury had egg weights in his gloves, which caused the egg-shaped form on the back of Deontay Wilder's head, which is still a dent that is still there. You know, that's a permanent scar, beautiful people. That's a permanent damage. Fury used voodoo and black magic to win. That one takes the cake. 7, his former trainer, Mark Breland, spiked his water with muscle relaxers. Number 8, referee Kenny Bayless was paid off to help Fury win. Number 9, Fury was on PEDs. Now let's continue first. Number 10, the Vegas Athletic Commission helped Fury cheat in the locker room to beat Wilder. Excuse number 11, the fight was stopped early, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, what can we say about this Wilder situation? I mean, listen, beautiful people. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder not once, not twice, but 3 times. Officially, he beat him twice. But if you rewatch that first fight, I mean, Fury won the fight, you know. Aside from the knockdowns, Wilder didn't really do anything. He didn't win a single exchange outside the knockdowns. But out of all the excuses, which I find absolutely ridiculous from Wilder, before I tell you why I believe Wilder, you know, before I tell you the truth about the situation, you know, listen, beautiful people. Tyson Fury in 2015, he did test positive for PEDs. You know, so I understand why Deontay might feel that Tyson cheated in their fight, and him assuming that Fury was on PEDs despite Fury not failing any drug tests. So that excuse alone makes sense to me. Why? Is because Tyson Fury did test for PEDs before. So I'm not taking that away from Wilder. But when you talk about the Kenny Bayless excuse, actually, if you look back at that second fight, Kenny Bayless was on Deontay Wilder's side heavily. I mean, he took a point from Fury for no reason. He was giving Wilder long counts. He gave Wilder every single opportunity and chance to come back and beat Fury. The black magic, you know, makes no sense, to be honest. Now, let me actually look into them. The walkout suit, yes, I do believe that it was heavy. It was definitely heavy. But you're the heavyweight champion of the world. You are a 200 and some pound fighter. You know, if the suit, you know what? I'm going to give you the truth. You know, the first fight, you know, I believe it was a completely fair fight. And both men were so confident where, you know, like it was a fair fight. The second fight, that was the worst Deontay Wilder we have ever seen. Why? I'll tell you why. You know, his legs did go before the fight. But that wasn't because the suit was too heavy in his entrance. I remember watching that pay-per-view card. And 2 fights before the main event, Lennox Lewis was commentating actually that night. And they showed 2 two split screens of their locker rooms, of Wilder's locker room and Fury. Fury was so relaxed. He was, he was so confident. He was so, like I said, relaxed. While on the other hand, you can tell and you can feel the pressure on the former WBC champion at the time, Deontay Wilder. Wilder was feeling the moment beautifully. And you know what Lennox said? I remember in the broadcast, he said, you can feel the pressure. You can feel that this is a massive moment. The commentator said that. Then what do you think the fighter is feeling? And Wilder, I simply believe that Fury got in his head and Wilder simply folded under the pressure that night. Now, it's okay. It is okay because not every night is your night. Not every day you wake up feeling like $1 million, as they say. Sometimes you wake up, as they say, on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes you just wake up not feeling it, whether you have some appointments, some meetings, some business to handle. Sometimes you just wake up and you don't feel like doing anything. Then how about if you are a fighter, you fight once, twice, maybe 3 times a year, and what if you wake up on that fight day feeling like you have nothing to give the day and night? And that is what I believe Deontay Wilder felt in that second fight. I simply believe that Wilder didn't simply have it in him to do anything that night. And that is why Fury destroyed him. Now in that third fight, I believe so much negative energy was carried by Deontay Wilder from that second fight and so much denial that he entered that third fight so drained mentally and absolutely exhausted from all the negative energy and all the yes men around him. I love Malik Scott. You can watch my interview with Malik Scott in Saudi. I had the best interview in that week with Malik Scott. Love Malik Scott. I actually invited him here to the UAE whenever he's free. But Malik Scott, he was a yes man to Deontay Wilder, He made Deontay Wilder hear, he told Deontay Wilder everything that Deontay wanted to hear. He never told him anything that he didn't want to hear. And Deontay, he's an exceptional human being. I love Deontay Wilder. He is one of the most honest and most honorable men in the entire sport of boxing, or the business of boxing, as he likes to say. And I get it. I get it, Deontay. You gave the sport your everything and you feel like the sport isn't giving you the love that you gave it. But Wilder's been talking about racism. I hate the topic of racism, beautiful people. I mean, for someone like Deontay Wilder, a famous A-list celebrity, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, one of the heaviest punchers in history, one of the most charismatic and beloved fighters of our time, one of the richest men in his business, in his line of work, one of the most successful, one of the most beloved, like I said, people. I mean, you're talking about the white man did this, the white man did that. You will not believe me because I'm a black man. Are you out of your mind? If racism existed and you were targeted by everyone, every single white person, then you wouldn't become rich. You wouldn't have become heavyweight champion. You wouldn't have accomplished anything if they wanted to. But, I mean, listen. Muhammad Ali endured racism and he still came out on top. That, I don't even want to mention the other guy's name, but you get what I mean. Are there people that are racist in any aspect, in any business? Of course. But that will not stop you from achieving what you want to achieve as long as you keep moving forward. Now, the moment you stumble, the moment you lose your undefeated record, you blame it on racism. You see where I'm going here? Wilder grew up in the South. He is from the South. Of course, I don't live in the States. I've been to the States. But I hear that a lot of racist people live in the South, black or white, but people like racist people in general. But that didn't stop you from having a statue of yourself in the South. That didn't stop you from becoming one of the richest men in the South. Why are you crying and complaining? Wilder never talked about, he never gave any excuses before he lost, even though he didn't have, the best performances at times, despite him still getting the knockout. But he never, with all the success that he was having, he never talked about racism. Of course, he used to talk about our people to this day and this and that. But the moment you lose, everything started becoming about racism. And he's like insinuating that black people will riot against white people, like some crazy stuff. I mean, you talk about racism, but you have two trainers. You had two trainers, one black, one white. JD's white guy, Mark Breland, black guy. You fire the black guy and accuse him of, cheering you with Tyson Fury, even though JD is the white guy, was in Tyson Fury's locker room when Tyson was getting his hands wrapped. So if anyone from your team was in on it, it would have been the guy who watched Fury wrap his hands. But no. So now, can Mark Breland talk about racism now? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. And I know that Wilder is a good human. I know that Wilder, isn't racist. But when you keep talking about the white guy, the white man, I mean, you're showing that you're the one that's, racist. Fury never talked about, I mean, listen, what more can I say? All I'm saying is this. Love Deontay Wilder, but the excuses gotta stop. The excuse from Deontay, the legendary bronze bomber, they gotta stop. Move on. And I believe that Chisora will knock him out, by the way.